Hello, my name is Miruna Haidu and I'm a graduated architect in Romania and currently studying at Iversity. Today I'm going to show you bits of Bucharest's contemporary architecture. I chose 3 samples that define 3 concepts studying during the course. Globalization and critical regionalism, for which I'm going to show you multifunctional center in Dimitrie Gusti National Village Museum. The second, critical discourse into architecture, for which I'm going to show you Unicredit Syriac Bank headquarters. And the third, sustainability and resilience, for which I'm going to show you ING Bank and Search Corporation headquarters. Some of the concepts discussed in the course cannot be found in Bucharest, where the eclectic architecture is still present. The contemporary architecture in Romania faces a deadlock due to the fact that architects do not care enough about the context, about doing something meaningful that really stands out and so on. It's only about fast aesthetics, ruled by quick earnings, superficial understanding of the place, and why not uneducated clients. Critical regionalism's main strategy is to mediate the global impact with the pieces derived directly from certain space features. Critical regionalism is a state of spirit which is more tectonic than scenographic, more cultural than modern abstract, and opposes globalization by interpreting and reinventing several fundamental features, without whom it will probably turn into plain traditionalism. Such being the case, one cannot speak of true regionalism in Romania, let alone Bucharest. There are a lot of projects that prevail in gathering bits of international architecture and gluing them on new buildings. One of these projects is a multifunctional building for Dimitrie Gusti National Village Museum, designed by Romeo Simiraș and Dinu Patriciu. Placed next to the National Village Museum, the building serves as laboratories and heritage storage, and it represents an intervention on a former building designed back in the 20th century. Being close and serving the National Village Museum, the architects felt the urge to use and reinterpret a traditional house on a larger scale, but using Frank Lloyd Wright's like roofs or curved ones, Mario Botta like lantern windows, and so on. The existing building was massive, as you can see, and the architects fragmented it to smaller volumes that use a postmodern language. The building was initially symmetrical, but the result is somehow asymmetrical by using different approach for the rear volumes and different spans. The functions are developed along corridors with 3 vertical knots. It is made out of brick and concrete, just like all the buildings facing the boulevard. The second building, the Unicredit Syriac Bank headquarters, located on the Expoziției Boulevard, designed by Westforth Architecture, is an attempt to express the function through a brand's design. The 15-story building's design comes from reinterpreting the company's logo, that is an arrow heading towards the sky and lifted from the ground in a dynamic position. The architects enhanced the dynamic shape by also using transparent materials such as glass and light steel structure, and by using outside a dramatic covered entrance with V-shaped pillars to sustain the cantilever. Romania has a high frequency of earthquakes and floating structures must be carefully controlled. Inside the building is much more rectangular, with a central node that houses the fire escapes, the vertical circulation, the restrooms, and the hallway. Up to the 5th floor, the architects designed a big atrium, creating thus a dramatic entrance. The building became an urban statement around the area, and the translated and bent volume became distinct as a Unicredit headquarters. The third building is Crystal Tower Buildings, located between Căderea Bastilei Street and Iancu de Hunătora Boulevard. Crystal is not just the name of the building, but also the key element. Cut into several facets, the building is like a precious gem for the neighborhood. It is a private property with 25,000 square meters area, 14 levels, and a heliport. What is special about it is the fact that it is one of the few sustainable buildings in Bucharest and has the first double skin facade in Romania. Generally speaking, the architect tried to foresee the life circle of the building by selecting thoroughly the site, the design, and the building materials and technologies, and above all analyzes the environmental consequences. The upside down pyramid geometry makes use of a management system of a building that controls, supervises, and optimizes the mechanical and electrical equipments of the building. The double skin facade, inclined towards the interior, has diagonal folded surfaces that lighten during the night, and blinds between the glass panels that modify their position with the BMS systems according to daylight. Also, the double skin facade reduces the thermal energy transfer between interior and exteriors, and reverse. In order to optimize and to reduce the water and the electric energy, the building is fully controlled by a BMS system that automatically adjusts all ventilation equipments.